Hi guys, hope you're doing good and welcome back to another Watch Design Academy video. Today we have a very interesting topic, and the topic is why Rolex cases, or actual watches, but specifically why Rolex cases look so damn good and why they look so recognizable. And today that's what we are going to be diving in today. But before we actually go into the desktop and I show you why that is the case, I just want to let you know that currently we are offering all of our programs inside Watch Design Academy at 50% off. So if you've been thinking of designing your own watch, feel free to check out the link below this video. So yeah, let's go right into the desktop. As you can see here, we have two cases, and those are the cases I made like half an hour ago. Quickly, nothing too special. Both of them are 40 millimeter versions, so both of them have a diameter of 40 millimeters. They have same dimensions, same lock distance, which is 47 millimeters from lock to lock, and they have a 20 millimeter lug width, and the thickness from top of the bezel to bottom of the case is 9 millimeters. And if we were to add the case back, it would be about, I don't know, 12 millimeters or something, along with the glass if we would add it. But yeah, those are the two cases that I've made, and I'm not sure if at first glance you can actually see the difference between them. But let me actually open up the Rolex Submariner case design, because this is I haven't made a specific Rolex design here. I just made a basic case, and this one right here that we're currently looking at is the case that you can find on almost any sort of regular standard circular watch, right? And that is how that specific normal case would look. As you can see, it doesn't look really anything like Rolex case, and I'll get into specifically why that is. And on both of these cases, I've made male end links, right, to replicate the Rolex Submariner style case. As you can see here, the main thing why Rolex Submariner cases, or in general Rolex designs looks so appealing and so good, is because they have a very good light reflection from metal components, and they just play with the lighting very correctly. I'm not sure if any of this is going to make sense to you guys, but this is from a designer's point of view, and I'm just trying to explain why that happens. If you can see, the main thing that makes the case recognizable is the actual lugs and the way the end link is shaped to fit the lugs, right? Same thing here, as you can see here. Same thing here. Can you spot how the light actually goes fully straight from the lug to the first part of the end link, then to the second part, then to the third part, and then back to the lug. So it's basically a straight line of the light reflection. So that is why Rolex cases look so damn good. Same thing here. Not sure how well you can see. It's fully straight. Same thing here, fully straight. Same thing here, again, fully straight line of reflection or shadows or whatever, right? So let me go back into SolidWorks. So let me actually show you the two main differences between those two cases. So as you can see, this case right here has a pretty normal, I mean, the light reflection isn't that good in SolidWorks, but you can see the difference. You can see how here it's very straight and how here it's not. And this is the standard case design that is always produced by any sort of manufacturer in China, for example. And the way these lugs are made, which are different to these lugs, which you can see, if we go right here, you can see how the light reflection is almost completely straight, and this case represents more on how the Rolex case would look like, along with the lugs and the end link, than this one, because on this one the light reflection isn't completely straight. the light reflection isn't completely straight. And that is the reason why Rolex cases look so damn appealing on every one of their designs. So let me actually go into this case, only the case, and you can see how from this sort of angle it kind of like tapers, right? So the cutout for the lugs happened this way. So basically I made a sketch here and cut out the sketch from the actual 3D model, right? Let me actually show you. So this is the case before, and this is how the top of the lugs were made. They were made by cutting out this shape of a sketch from the 3D model. And that is how on the lathe machine, on CNC machine, manufacturers produce those specific cases. And those are the most easiest to produce because basically you just screw the case inside the machine, and basically the CNC just rotates it around, or rotates the case and the knife cuts out the material, and that's how it's produced. Same thing on the bottom side. The same way it's produced on the bottom side. And then what you usually see on a lot of different case designs is they are cut out from the bottom. So basically they just have a flat piece of metal right here. And this is how a normal case would look like. And also a big thing is, I'm not sure if you can see, but the difference in the end links, right? This specific end link goes completely along the edge of the case or edge of the bezel, so it doesn't dip. If we look at the cases from the front, here it doesn't dip like this. Here it does. And this is something that a lot of people don't like, but this is how Rolex actually does their end links. And because it has a dip here, it's actually able to reflect the light in a straight way. And that is the biggest difference between those two cases. So this is a normal style case, this one, and this one here is a Rolex style case. If we go into this, you can see how it actually perfectly reflects the light. And in SolidWorks, it's not really the best way to show you guys. So I'm going to open up a keyshot file of the rendering software, and there you will actually be able to fully see how what's the biggest difference in light reflection. So I've just basically imported those two models and applied some materials on the parts. So if we take a look at this case, this is what most of the micro brands will have that have a circular case design, will have this sort of case, right? You can see how the light reflection isn't entirely straight. It like goes up and down, and because the end link connects with the edge of the case, it's just kind of warped, and that's why the light reflection isn't perfect. And if we go to the Rolex style case, you can see how everything is a fully straight line, right? Hopefully you can see that. And that is why Rolex cases are the best in the market and are the most recognizable. Also, one quick thing, if you're planning to spot, or if you're trying to spot a Rolex replica or a cheap Rolex replica and a Rolex, a real one, the first thing that I would look at is the way the light reflects from the end link and the lugs. So yeah, that is a very quick video for today, but I just wanted to show you guys how what is the actual difference and why the Rolex cases are so recognizable. Hopefully you've gotten some value out of it, and don't forget to check out the link below this video for Watch Design Academy, because all of our programs are 50% off. That's going to be all, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and ciao.